and welcome to the newest edition of The Insider, the ongoing video series that keeps you up to date on all things IPW. I am the voice of IPW, J-Rod. Our first trip to Lansing wasn't without its struggles, but no matter the obstacles, the show must go on. And it began with a matchup of two behemoths, the specimen Chad Alpha and Big Jorge. These bulls locked horns in the middle of the ring, and no one gave an inch until Big Jorge caught Alpha slipping. A perfectly timed roll-up gave Big Jorge exactly what he needed to finally break his brief losing streak. We moved right into a tag team match next as the Forgottens, Jeremiah Nazareth and Thomas Bailey, took on tag team champions Real Hype. This was surprising as we would expect Nazareth to team with his longtime second-in-command, Max Morrison. But it looks like he wanted to play with his shiny new toy in Thomas Bailey instead. Some miscommunication by the Forgotten led to Thomas Bailey accidentally hitting the finishing blow on Jeremiah Nazareth, and Real Hype retained. A newcomer to the IPW Women's Division, the Honey Badger, Lil Missy, challenged our champion Stella Pujo. This was our Patreon exclusive match, and you can see it for yourself by subscribing to our Patreon at the IPW regular tier. It has been made official. The #1 contender to the IPW Championship is Josh Raymond. Love him or hate him, Josh Raymond absolutely deserves this spot in the rankings as he has not had his shoulders pinned to the mat in over 2 years. Raymond bragged and boasted about his spot, of course taking the time to bury Terry Van Avery along the way. Raymond was finally interrupted by IPW champion Jamal King. King has a new look in his eyes as this is the worthy challenger to the crown that he has been looking for. And King told Raymond that while he certainly respects Raymond's abilities inside the ring, he has no respect for Raymond's character. Jamal King challenged Josh Raymond to a match on the spot. Raymond, of course, declined, asking for the match to be held at a later date. As soon as King turned his back, though, Raymond attacked him, beginning an impromptu IPW championship match. It was clear very early that Josh Raymond is a worthy challenger and just might be the man to dethrone Jamal King. However, as soon as the match reached its boiling point, Josh Raymond exited the ring and began shouting that this match shouldn't be happening in the first place. No contracts have been signed, making the entire thing unofficial. The referee counted Josh Raymond out, bringing a lackluster conclusion to the match. But Josh Raymond did file an appeal with the IPW brass, stating that he was only fighting back against Jamal King in self-defense and never wanted to be in the match in the first place. They actually sided with Raymond on this one and overturned the result of the match to a no contest, meaning there is no winner or loser, and Josh Raymond remains #1 contender for the IPW title. The official showdown is just around the corner, though, and I am pleased to announce that the #1 contender, Josh Raymond, will challenge IPW champion Jamal King on September 2nd at Redemption. Our next matchup would be Warboy Dre Jacobs versus Terry Van Avery. In an attempt to rejuvenate his career, Van Avery has compiled a hit list of sorts, consisting of men who have beaten him in the past that he wants to get another chance with. The first person on that list was Big Jorge, whom Terry was beaten by at Revenge. Terry righted the wrong at Warzone. Terry was beaten by Dre Jacobs at Heart and Soul, but he would exact vengeance as he put the Warboy down with his signature super kick. After the match, Van Avery revealed the next name on his list, and it was the biggest yet, swag champ, Red Jones. Red Jones defeated Terry at Battle Lines in July. We can say for sure that this match will not happen at Redemption, but we are sure there is no way that Red Jones will not answer the call in the near future, and what a huge rematch it will be. Jeremiah Goldmain scored yet another opportunity to get a good look at a potential Gold Team recruit, Hexus. This time, Goldmain arranged a triple threat match, and Hexus would meet the Colonel of Clappin' Cheeks, LaDon Sanders, and Party Boy, Nasty Nathan Sharp. In yet another crazy fluke victory, Nasty Nathan Sharp once again found a way to get the win, leaving everyone in attendance completely flabbergasted. Somehow, someway, Nasty Nathan Sharp is still undefeated. Jeremiah Goldmain was not happy with the result, though, and immediately went after referee Chris. Goldmain was in Chris's face, screaming his head off until referee Gary came to the ring to attempt to play peacemaker, or so we thought. It looks like referee Gary has had enough of Goldmain's bullshit and cold-cocked Goldmain right in the jaw. A shocked Goldmane seemed to be frozen in place for a moment until he decided to throw a huge temper tantrum, eventually being removed by security. Jeremiah Goldmane has, of course, filed a complaint against referee Gary, and Gary has been suspended from his referee duties for the time being. But that is without a doubt one of the greatest moments in IPW history. Before we move on, we still have one more thing regarding this match. Take a look.
What a day.
Ladon is already well aware of what happened and will be looking to get his chain back from Jorge on Saturday at Redemption. Our main event was finally upon us. Former Michiana champion Bendrick Bison challenged the man who took his title, Michiana champion TDG, in a dog collar match. This may very well have been the most violent match of the year. Both men wearing a crimson mask while they strangled each other and beat each other over the head with the chain as well as with the rest of their surroundings. Awesome at times, unsettling at times, this match finally brought closure to one of the longest and most bitter rivalries in IPW history as TDG put Bendrick Bison away one final time to defend the Michiana Championship. With Bendrick Bison in his rear view, what could be next for TDG? That concludes this edition of The Insider. Join us on Saturday, September 2nd at Patterson Ice Center in Grand Rapids as IPW presents Redemption.